in 1992, a program started at the St. John Y. It was called Language Instruction for Newcomers to Canada. And this came about because the government of Canada, through its department that was called CIC at the time, was looking to formalize a learning program, an education program for newcomers. So they had spanned out across the country, and LINC programs, LINC, were starting up in many, many cities. So there we were. We started on Wellington Row, uptown St. John, and my classroom was on the 4th floor. It was a kitchen. So my classes were taught there, and a couple of other teachers were on the other levels. And then we moved over to Hazen Avenue, and then to Broadview Avenue. Then this was built. I think the biggest breakthrough moment was when the LINC program and settlement services were recognized as a force for change. Newcomers could come in and have available to them a one-stop shop. As the years went on, I thought that it was very important that we have an employment language training component to it, and we got to work on that. And so we had the first NBELT, New Brunswick English Language Training Program, out of the Y. In that way, you see, we could start preparation of students for the workforce. We had speakers in and so on. One year I got 22 speakers in simply by picking up the phone saying, "This is so-and-so, can we please have you come and talk about this aspect and that aspect?" We had bank managers come in with fake ATM machines to teach people how to work with ATM machines, because a lot of folks just didn't know. So as many aspects as we could cover, we did. We did resume writing, interview skills, and anything that we thought would work. The community recognized what we were doing, so we overcame many challenges, many. Newcomer Connections kind of grew after the Syrian crisis, when there were so many people who came. And so the name Settlement Services was changed to become Newcomer Connections.
I got involved with the Newcomer Connections department back in 2016, when the Syrian response was really just beginning. I was fresh out of school. I had just wrapped up working in a lab doing my Master's of Science, and actually was unemployed. Kind of a funny story, was just sitting down with a friend who had another mutual friend who was looking to hire some people. The Y was really growing at the time and needed support for the Syrian response, needed someone who was organized and detailed. And so I signed a contract for 1 month to be a documentation lead, to really just help filling out paperwork. And that was back in 2016. When I first started, I was doing a lot of frontline work. I was meeting people directly at the airport, picking them up, helping them find a new apartment, furnish their apartment, fill out their paperwork, get their kids in school. And so it really makes an impact in our community. You've seen many different humanitarian crises happening around the world, and the impact is really felt here at the Y. It's really valuable, hard work. But at the end of the day, welcoming newcomers and helping them create a new home is a true impact, and it's a great place to work. It's amazing to hear from clients along their journey, how they're making out in the community.
My name is Kalai Michael. I'm originally from Eritrea. I came here 2013 just by myself because it's very difficult to take all your family across the border. It's very risky. And you better also to escape one by one because you don't know what's going to happen. Before I came to St. John, the life is very difficult. The government controls the countries, but we are from a beautiful and lovely people and nice country, and help each other, and we have a good community life. I don't have plan to move to anywhere, but they push me. and they push everybody to leave the country or die in the country. So you have two choices. I can start from the beginning, the day I arrived to St. John. So I have a team from YMCA take me from the airport. They help me to introduce me to the new culture and new community or a new home. That's make it easy to start my new life. When I came here first time, so YMCA, they offer you a lot of things. One of them is to give you a friend or to introduce you to a friend from St. John to show you how to shop, how to do a lot of things. Just to be around people and introduce me to many people, to be inside the community. There is a lot of people just trying to help everybody to get in the right direction. So I don't know speak English in that time, so I start school. I never dreamed to be in the school. I dreamed to send my kids to school. You need to know a lot of things and you need help to know. It's just trying to make your life easy. And those people just offer you love, you know what I mean? It's not waiting for return something. Thank you to the YMCA. It's not because they're doing the job, they're doing extra. So those people deserve thank you and deserve what they call it, a medallion. Yeah, they're a hero. So I want to say thank you for those people who stand. They got my back and supported me to be where I am now.
We've seen so many people who were clients who arrived new to St. John who are now working with us, who are our colleagues. It's truly inspirational to be able to be alongside them for part of their new journey.
There are many reasons that led my family and myself to move to St. John. It all started from my home country. As everyone knows, because of the war in Syria, so we had to leave the country for safety. So when I left my country, I had one daughter. She was 1.5 years old, and we moved to Turkey. My mother-in-law was in Turkey too, and in one day she was in one of the government buildings in Turkey to register for one of the services. When one of the Canadian embassy employee came into that building and just asked people who wants to register to go to Canada. So she registered herself and my family, and it took us, from that date, it took us 9 months to move to St. John. When I first came to the airport, the first face I saw was Catherine Melvin. When you come here to a new country, a new language, a new culture, you don't know where you're going. You will have a lot of questions in your mind. What is going to happen to you, to your family? So when I first met Catherine at the airport, I felt very comfortable because of the information she provided to me at that moment. She took care of me and my family for several weeks. She helped me to get a house and all the other services. This changed my whole thinking process and changed my goals. And this is why I wanted to get involved in the Newcomer Connections department to help other people who will move to St. John. I started to see a hope. I started to have dreams where I want to be in the next few years. I started to plan again for my life, for my family. So this is how it changed my hope. So my goals were to get a house, to get education, to get a good job, and I got all of that thanks to God. Where I see myself in the future now is growing and helping all the people who will come to St. John, who is going through the same experience I went through, to get settled successfully in St. John. As a newcomer myself, when I first came here, I didn't know anyone. So connection was the key for me to know about all the services available, all the opportunities available. And when you meet people, when you talk about different things, job posting or whatever you're talking about, this is how you get the most benefit from the city. Connection is the key for newcomers, and it was the key for me, for my success, so it is very important. For all newcomers, you can always start over and plan your life and achieve your goals. Many people, they arrived here with nothing, and if you look at them now, they are very successful in their life. They started a new life and they got what they want.